Aloha, and Tashi DeLay from Kauai Tibet Buddhist Dharma Center here on the island of Kauai in Hawaii. We present this class every Thursday night, 6 to 8 o'clock, and Zoom it worldwide on the web, and it's recorded for people in other time zones, other Vajra brothers and sisters that watch this so that they can practice at their leisure. I'm Lama Tashi. In starting the class tonight, first of all, I want to answer the question about this ordering of this book, The Story of All of Us, simply said by Lama Rinchen. When you order it through Amazon, they only allow you 4 copies. If you need many more, like one of my students called today, wanted 20 copies, then you get in touch with Lama Nyingma on the Oahu Dharma Center, and the phone number is 808-595-8989. And then ask for the bookstore to order these. And he'll either set it up for you or have somebody there at the Dharma Center do that. It's in its 3rd printing, which makes 3,000. This is a guidebook for serious practitioners. Then the most important guidebook that I've come up with is this one on vivid awareness by Gongchar Rinpoche. And I'm going to refer to it tonight to answer questions that I get commonly asked about. What are the 3 advanced yogas of Tilopa and Neguma, Tilopa and Naropa, and Neguma and Sukha Siddhi? Well, first of all, they're very much the same because those people practice together, but the Shangpa lineage is a little bit different in the visualizations, and that's the Neguma and Sukha Siddhi, 6 advanced yogas. Then the Tilopa and Naropa is the Karmapas tradition called the Kagyu practice lineage. And there are actually 12 lineages under that. And they all have their own way of presenting these six yogas. But what are they? Well, we have Dharma practice of the 5 elements and the 3 lights meditation, and then we have the 5 bodhisattva trainings that we take refuge in, and we also have what we call the sutras and tantric practices. In the sutra and tantric practice tradition, then all of that is yoga. But in retreats, sometimes, or in special practice sessions with your teacher, he'll instruct you on one of the 6 yogas. The first 2 are what we are doing with the Sutra and Tantra, deity yoga. That one applies to the waking stage, and to support that, then we have the practice of the Tumo, Fire Mother, or Pema Chondro practice. Now, those 2 are for the waking stage, advanced yogas. Then we have 2 for what we call the dying stage, or leaving the body and going into the next life, called the Bardo of Becoming. Or some people think of it as the Bardo of Leaving. But those 2 are taught so that you can practice them when you're getting close to leaving the body, and for a calm arrival in the Bardo of Becoming, which has 100 different deities for bodhisattva training in that. But the two that I'm asked the most about is what about sleep and dream stage? So for that, I'm going to refer to Gongchar Rinpoche's book on page 207. When maintaining your practice, and as you get ready to go to bed, when sleep does not come easily, simply rest vividly and clearly in meditation, either by doing deity yoga and the accomplishment stage of deity yoga, then go to sleep with that, or just simply rest quietly in the essence of your mind, which is what Gongchar Rinpoche calls Kusulu. And even if you do not go to sleep, you will be relaxed and clear until you do. But if you go to sleep, you're going to have dreams. But if they don't distract you, then you don't need to worry about them. They do not seem solid or real to you. This is a sign of the beginning of your practice to purify the dream and sleep states. It is said for the person of highest capacity and practice of meditation and diligence that the dreams cease simply by being forgotten, by bringing in the Buddha of Amitabha, the Buddha of boundless light. For the intermediate person, they cease by being recognized for what they are. More drama.
So with the Amitabha one, do you practice Amitabha in your dream state?
If you wake up from the dream state, the moment you wake up, you do Amitabha.
Oh, okay.
Go to the state of clear light. And that way you'll forget the dream. It'll disappear, just like your thoughts all disappear. And so you have these three levels. The first one is you rest vividly and clearly in the meditation practice you go to sleep with. The second one is you don't let the dreams distract you as your worldly activities do. They do not seem solid and real to you. This is a sign that they are beginning to be purified. For the person of highest capacity and diligence, the dreams cease by being forgotten. For the intermediate person, they are simply by being recognized as just energy, space, and light. And for the person of lesser capacity in meditation, they cease through the experience of controlling the dreams and doing deity yoga in the dream state. This is called having excellent dreams. The fact that dreaming must be purified in the end is commonly agreed by on all of the lineages and all the sutras, tantras, and teachings on meditation. We need to purify our dreams as talked about in the sutras, tantras, and treaties. Khenpo Garshar's shorter instructions for this calls it taking delusion as the path or actually the nature of sleep. When we talk about delusion in general, we are normally meaning the delusion included among the three poisons of greed, aversion, and delusion. Delusion has the aspect of not knowing and misunderstanding. Not knowing the way of the Dharma nature is being ignorant of karma, cause, and effect. But that's not what Khenpo Karshar means when he talks of taking delusion as the path in the sleep stage. Simply consider sleep as a kind of ignorance. This is taking sleep as the path and purifying it by the method that you use to go to sleep. Then the dreams will be purified by either being forgotten, recognized, or replaced with a Dharma practice in the dream state, which is really hard to do. So that's one of the 6 yogas. two of the 6 yogas, the dream and the sleep. Waking and sleeping is the other 2. Getting ready to leave the body and moving into the bardo of becoming are the last 2. And so you have the waking stage, the sleep stage, and the dying stage. And all of the practices of Tibetan Buddhism are to prepare you and reorganize your mind in these 3 stages of life. And he has the best descriptions of Dharma practice, short and sweet, and makes it easy and comfortable. So I highly recommend this book on visit awareness. Now we take refuge. First, we take refuge in the altruistic motivation, which I'll chant in Tibetan. That we are doing this for the benefit of all beings to bring them to know their true nature and how to use it. Dag dong joa nam ke ta dong yam pe sem chem tam che tu di ne jung de ji si jeng chu ning po la chi ki vardu. Then we do the refuge prayer. We go for refuge to all the glorious holy lamas. We go for refuge to all the idams, the deities gathered in our mandalas. We go for refuge to all the Buddhas, those who have conquered their mind and gone beyond. We go for refuge to all this supreme Dharma. We go for refuge to all the noble Sangha. And we go for refuge to all the Dakas and Dakinis, who are the protectors and defenders of Dharma. All of these possess the eye of transcending awareness, which simply states of higher intelligence, not available on any other path. Palden lama dampa nam la chapsu chio yedam shokor gilatso nam la chapsu chio Sanjay chon dende nam la chapsu chio Dampe chur nam la chapsu chio Dampe gendu nam la chapsu chio Kao kandro chokyo sume sho yeshe ki shendang dempa nam la chapsu chio. Then the Bodhisattva practice. Excuse me. To the Buddha, Dharma, and this Supreme Assembly, we go for refuge until enlightenment. May I, through the merit of practicing the 6 Bodhisattva disciplines, called the 6 perfections, accomplish Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. Sanjay Chodang Choki Chodam La Chengchu Bardu Dagni Chapsu Chi Dagi Jenso Jipe Sonam Ki Chola Tenjur Sanjay Jupam Shu. To the Buddha, Dharma, and this Supreme Assembly, I go for refuge till enlightenment simply means that you're using the altruistic motivation, which is unique in Tibetan Buddhism, that this is for the benefit of all living beings and their accomplishment of enlightenment. And since there's no such thing as separation, of course, that includes you. The second one is having the 6 refuges present at all times in Dharma practice, the 3 jewels and the 3 roots of Tantra. Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, Lama, deities, and protectors. And the third is the actual practice of generosity, morality with ethics and good manners, diligence and perseverance, meditative concentration using focus and imagination together. And these 5 bringing you to understand the clear light nature of your mind, which liberates you from the drama mind of pain and suffering. The Lamas recommend that you say the refuge prayer in your language or in Sanskrit 3 times before each formal practice session. And if you can, the 6 Bodhisattva bodhicitta training practices. Now, we're going to start with the 3 lights and the 5 elements, and blend that with the 5 elements practice. But I'd like to explain to you that since the world dramas are greatly increasing, of war, famine, disease, poverty, environmental destruction, drought, and the spread of toxins, and many social programs that are not appropriate, like the distribution of drugs, arms, and so forth. The deity's practices are to tame the spirits that you have karma with. And why is that important? Well, we've gone to a great extent to tame the animals so that we can have enough food to eat and have pets and be interested in their well-being in the environment. We've gone to great extents to tame humans through our Dharma practice. And the spirits are sentient beings that are infinite in number, that are the reason for the animals and humans to exist on planets throughout the universe. And to liberate them and befriend them is the highest form of healing. And it actually helps you to treat not only the symptoms, which is what all outer medicine concerning the body is about, but it's also treating the cause of the disease. And the cause is the emotions, which are so disturbing in the human condition and animal condition. Attachment, aversion, pride, jealousy, and delusion. And these are the cause. And these categories are infinite in the amount of pain and suffering that they produce in each of the realms of the animal, human, and spirit. So when you befriend the spirits by taking refuge and saying the prayer that you're inviting them to join you to become liberated from your own worldly conflicting emotions, the same goes for the spirits. And we're having a great problem with them on the planet today because now we have the viruses, which the spirits control all disease. They control the weather too. Believe, not believe. This is the Buddha's teaching. And since that's the situation, with these millions and millions of viruses, 71 million they've been categorized, and more coming all the time, constantly changing and interacting. Some of them very, very nasty. Here in Hawaii, we have chosen to be on retreat during this intense time of these viruses penetrating the human condition worldwide. And millions of people dying. But what's important is to tame your mind and quiet it down and do the practices that bring them into your mandala of practice. And in that way, whatever situation you have smooths out. And we have an infinite number of Dharma practices. We have 1,000 deities. And male and female, that makes 2,000. That's 500 in each Buddha family. And each of those deities is a sutra practice, and each of those deities is a tantric helper, protector. From what? This situation, global situation. And then you add to that war, famine, and drought, disease, and poverty, environmental destruction, and all the social messes that we create through our toys, the computer, the cell phone, the TV, and so forth. The only thing left to do is practice. So we here in this Dharma Center, Abby and myself, have been on retreat for going on the 3rd year. Yeah. And this retreat is morning, practice. Mid-morning, after sunrise, practice. Afternoon, practice. Evening, practice. At night, before midnight, practice. After midnight, practice. 6 sessions. And what we found is it's all one. I mean, yeah, you have these 6 time sessions, but they blend. But what happens is your mind quiets down. And you're less startled, you're less agitated, distracted. Whatever comes up, that's part of the practice. I'll give you a quick example before we start. Today, Abby and I are setting up for a Zoom class we're doing tomorrow. And as we were setting up, where I was standing in the kitchen, raised up under me. The tile floor buckled all the way from one wall to the doorway, back door, about 8-10 feet. Oh, well. It was kind of exciting. What caused that?
It made loud popping noises like fire.
Yeah, no, it was making cracking noises, popping noise. Pieces of the tile were flying off. And these are squares about this big, and they came up like this. Oh, maybe 1 inch raised. Not so we can't walk on it. So we grabbed a rug and threw it over it. And I took the door off the hinges because it wouldn't open because the tile was blocking it. So now we can just slide it to one side and get out. But cool. You know, that's a worldly challenge. And these things, inadvertently, for whatever reason, maybe the Nagas were pushing up on our concrete cement substructure or heat or something. But anyway, infinite okayness starts to settle in. That's Abby's turn for Mahamudra. So now we're going to practice. enough stories. But you can see how helpful it is for us, so we wish the same for you. All you Vajra brothers and sisters around the planet, Mother Earth. Since we're going to do the White Tara long life auspicious practice, tonight we're going to use the space element for the 5 elements healing practice. And space can't exist without earth, water, fire, and air. And each of those elements can't exist without the other 4. And to make it a simple, direct way of understanding this, your mother made you out of the 5 elements. And my mother never let me forget that. So, sit with your back straight, hands on your knees, in your lap, head slightly tilted, eyes open, look at the space right here in front. Pick a spot about 2 feet in front. Mouth closed if you can, breathe through the nose or slightly open. And bring your focus to your breath. As you inhale, imagine, use your imagination. We say visualize that the air containing the 5 elements comes in and fills your lungs with white light. The energy of the elements immediately is transposed or spreads through every cell in your body, even your hair, as red light. Visualize that. Then exhale the combination of those 2 lights out your nose as blue light, as a kind breath, a powerful energy directed to space, directed to every being in the universe. As an act of loving kindness and concern for their well-being. Again, inhale white light, fill your lungs. The red light energy of the space and light through every cell in your body is red light flashing through you. Then these 2 codes together as blue light out your nose to all beings throughout space. And think of that as an act, that breath as an act of supporting them with loving kindness and compassion. Then when you can do this, count 21 of these breaths. White, red, blue. In, saturation, out. When you reach the 21st count, then take your focus off the breath and grab the three lights together. Collect them together into a tiny point of light and visualize it to be centered in the heart chakra, in the middle of your chest, in the central channel of your life force. The instant you do that, it connects to the infinite light of boundless space, which are the two energy programs of everything that exists in your mind and in the world around you. So relax for a few moments in spatial awareness. Be present. Stay present. And this becomes the basis or foot of the meditation practice of the 5 elements. So again, invent the tiny particle called a tigri or bindu in your heart center and visualize it to grow into a very small sphere of clear light. Then focusing on that sphere of clear light, see it expand into the symbol of space, the mother element. Looks like this, about the size of your thumbnail. Space, white in color. Then visualize this small sphere labeled space to come out in front of your chest and up before your eyes to the space 2 feet in front of your eyes. Then imagine it to grow in size to completely surround you beyond your reach. It can even be room size. Your physical form, just as you are, standing, laying down, sitting, moving, inside this white sphere. Bringing with it the healing energy of the elements. Into your physical body, into your mental program. Then share it by expanding it inside to completely enclose the city, town, island, or a 50-mile area of where you are doing this practice, enclosed in the white sphere labeled space. And think of it benefiting all the beings within that dimension. Then expand it in size to completely enclose Mother Earth, including her atmosphere of air. Again, benefiting, supporting the life of infinite animals, humans, and spirits in that area. Then expanded in size to completely enclose the solar system with all the planets and the sun inside. Billions of miles in every direction. Then visualize it to grow in size to enclose our dish-shaped galaxy a mere 100,000 light years in diameter. What you are doing is affecting your Dharma playground, your area of responsibility. Then move beyond the patterning of your ordinary mind and see the white sphere, the symbol, actually blend with boundless space. No center, no circumference, no meditation. Just be present. Then move from this timeless dimension into this world of existence by again inventing the sphere symbol to enclose the dish-shaped galaxy. Shrink it in size to just enclosing the solar system. Smaller and smaller, just enclosing Mother Earth. Tinier and tinier, just enclosing the area where you are practicing. We use this island of Kauai and surrounding ocean inside. Then condense all of that to a small sphere just enclosing your physical form. Taking the life support energy of healing energy into your situation. Psychically, powerfully healing. Dealing with all the symptoms of dis-ease. Two words, dis-ease. Then finish your back practice by bringing the symbol to its original small size to in front of your eyes, 2 feet in front. Drop it to chest level, bring it into your heart chakra. Shrink it to a tiny particle of light and again rest in the all ground of boundless space. Simply be present and relax. Nothing to add, nothing to take away. Everything infinitely okay. Then as bodhisattvas, bring your hands together and dedicate the virtue of this practice. Benefit limitless sentient being. Our mother. Ah, the water element. You can't have the water element, your body, without the space element. The two most important spheres of influence. That's why they're spherical, universal. The earth, the fire, and the air, absolutely necessary. Suring Droma, the golden auspicious practice Tara, infinitely auspicious and beneficial for good health, wealth, and practice. And white in color, the same symbol as the space element. So should we use? Suring means auspicious space, mother. And she has a 5-jewel crown connecting the 5 elements with the 5 Buddha families. Sits on a lotus sun and moon disc in a beautiful background of waterfalls and flowers and trees. On each side, she has a white flower and a blue flower. The white flower is concern for the well-being of others, symbolizes the sutra tradition, compassion. The blue flower understanding your true nature. Self-liberating, loving kindness, and concern for the well-being of others. And the statue on my left ear, is the Tara with her hand in this position, symbolizing infinite giving, and the thumb and ring finger of this beautiful lotus blooming by her left ear, loving kindly. She's wearing the meditation belt and a white kata. She is naked except for 5 colors of stockings and 6 kinds of jewelry, ears, neck, ankles, bracelet, belt, and earrings. And she has 3 eyes in her face. But she also has an eye in the palm of each hand and an eye on the bottom of each foot, which symbolizes always watching the children of the 6 realms of migration because of the emotional affliction. And so the 2 eyes in her face are watching the heavenly realms of the gods and goddesses and the war gods and goddesses. The eye in the right hand watches the human realm, and the left hand, the animal world. And the right foot eye deprives spirits, and the left foot, the demonic spirits of the hell realm. Why is she watching these children, infinite in number, sentient beings, animals, humans, and spirits? Because she has unconditional love for each and every one. And it is her purpose to bring each and every one out of the funk of who they think they are, their story. Emotionally involved with the idea of a self or a soul, or a being that has to be moving, overactivity, which results in constant frustration. And the third eye in her head, of the 3 eyes in her face, is the creation eye of her mandala, which I'll describe to you as the 6 realms of sentient beings, as 6 spheres of energy enclosing you as space. And they're right out beyond your fingertips. And these 6 spheres of energy, each eye is watching each one of those 6 spheres. But this third eye is creating a sphere of energy around her as a safe zone of infinite potential and infinite positive possibility. For all of them to come into. So the first sphere outside, 6 feet beyond her sphere, which is at the tip of her fingers, 5 colors, is gold. That's the heavenly realms. The next sphere is green. That's the war god or demigod realms. The next sphere, 6 more feet out, is blue for the human condition, white, 6 more feet out for the animal condition, red, 6 more feet out. So now you're at 30 feet and it turns red. That's for the pretas, deprived spirits. And finally, the last sphere, 36 feet, black, dark blue, if you like. For the demonic spirits, the commandable demons, all those very abusive types. All of these originated in the human condition. And all of these have to come back into the human condition, which is why she's in human form, but in a rainbow body. As void as your thoughts. Or like your body, only made of atoms. Bodies of light. Now, when you think of these 6 spheres, of these 6 types of transmigrations, sentient beings, animals, humans, and spirit, that mandala is the purpose for the practice. And so, because you create those 6 spheres gold, green, blue, white, red, and dark blue or black, the last one. Because you do that, the mantra starts to emanate from each of her eyes, and from her third eye, and from her heart. So the first mantra is to be the mantra of the green Tara of what we call the karma family. And she's the basis of all the 1,000 Taras and 21 applications and qualities of Tara in the 5 Buddha families. So this is unlimited to produce what? Infinite okayness. So when you say the mantra, start with the 21 Tara mantra and say it at least 21 times, the green Tara. Om Tara, Tu Tare, Tu Re Soha. Om Tara, Tu Tare, Tu Re Soha. Om Tara, Tu Tare, Tu Re Soha. Now, when you do that, you start with the seed syllable Tom. But even before that, remember the infinite sound of okayness is infinite healing for infinite sentient being. So I like to say the hum first in my heart center. Hum, hum, hum. Body, speech, and mind of compassion. And 4 times in practice to bring it all together. Hum, 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 hum. And 3 times to create the universe as a bodhisattva training the Dharmakaya, the Sambhogakaya, and the Nirmanakaya of the teacher. Om, om, om. Then say the Tom, the creation sound of the green Tara mandala, which brings in the 21 qualities or 21 different Taras into your practice. 10 times. Tom, tom, tom. Tom, 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 tom. Tom, tom, tom. Om Tara Tutari Turi So 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 Om Tara Tutari. Your green Tara now, and all the beings in your mandala of all those 6 spheres are green Tara. Om Tara Tutari Turi So 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 Om Tara Tutari Turi So. So those 21 Taras, action Tara, starting with the Hum and Tom, create an 8-spoked wheel in this direction. Om is above your head. Tara, tu, tare, tu, re. So are the marks of these 8 spokes. And they go out to a wheel. And it's like this around you. So you have Om above and Ha below. the last sound of the Tara mantra. Then the 8 spokes are Tara, tu, tare, tu, re, so. That's your 8 spoke. Om and Ha are like holding this wheel. Then also on this wheel, you want to add the Vajrasattva mantra. Om Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Denopa Tirthachedo Mebhava Sutokayo Mebhava Supokayo Mebhava Supokayo Mebhava Anurakto Mebhava Sarvasati Mektrayasa Sarvakama Susame Sesam Shri Guru Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Musa Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sapa. And you also want to add the 32 letters of the Tibetan alphabet. O, E, A. Tata Tadana, Tata Tadana, Tata Tadana, Papa Pavama, Papa Pavama, Papa Pavama, Yara Lama, Yama, Papa Pavama, Kakakakama, Kakakakama, Kakakama, Yara Lawa, Shaya, Ox, So Ha. So that's on that outer wheel. Once you've put all that energy, the 8 spokes of the Tara wheel connecting to the hub of Tom and Hum, they change the bomb, the seed syllable of the white Tara. So now you have 3 seed syllables in your heart. Oh, the bomb is on the table. Okay.
It's on the sheet. It's on the sheet.
Bomb. Or bomb in Tibetan, because they can't say V. 32 letters in the Tibetan alphabet, no V or F. So this bomb seed syllable becomes a creation sound of the white Tara of space. It is the vibration of space, the space element. Now you're ready to say the mantra of the Tara, having created those spheres and done the 21 Taras, and thinking all sentient beings are the white Tara in their realm. So all the heavenly realms, all the 4 demigod realms, all the human realms, animal realms, deprived spirit realms, and hell realm all become white Tara with this mantra. Om Tara Tu Tare Tu Re Mama Ayu Punye Jana Bhuktin Kuru So Ha. Om Tara Tu Tare Tu Re Mama Ayu Punye Jana Bhuktin Kuru So Ha. Om Tara Tu Tare Tu Mama Ayu Punye Jana Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jana Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jana Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jan Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jan Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jan Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jan Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jan Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jana Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jana Bhukti Guru Soha. Now that mantra is the hub with the Bodhisattva mantra and the Tibetan alphabet. But it's also emanating from each of your eyes. There's 6 eyes. Om Tara Tutare Ture creates this sphere connecting to the hub. When you say mama, that comes from your right eye. Mama, Ayu, Punye, Jana, Bhukti, Guru. So now the way she's sitting, these 2 feet are on top of her thighs in full lotus, like this. So they're actually looking up. But when you're sitting like this, now you're looking into the world of the Nagas, which is okay. But no matter what your position, Mama, Ayu, Punye, Jana, Bhukti, Guru, so and then it doesn't stop there. Those eyes are looking at those spheres that you started the practice with. The right eye is looking at the gold one, the left one eye is using at the green one. This right hand's looking at the blue one. The left hand's looking at the white one. The bottom right one's looking at the red one. And the bottom one, left one, looking at the blue, black hell realm. And as soon as she sees the children, they lose all their emotional conflict and become Tara. White Tara, any Tara. Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jan Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jan Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jan Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jan Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jan Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jan Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punye Jan Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture mama ai punyeja tukti kusoha om tara tutare ture mama ai punyeja tukti kusoha om tara tutare ture mama punyajana tukti kusoha om tara tutare ture mama ai punyeja tukti kusoha om tara tutare ture mama ai punyeja tukti kusoha om tara tutare ture mama ai punyeja tukti kusoha om tara tutare ture mama ai punyeja tukti kusoha om tara tutare ture mama ai punyeja tukti kusoha om tara tutare ture mama ai punyeja tukti kusoha om tara tutare ture mama ai punyajana tukti kusoha om tara tutare ture mama ai punyeja tukti kusoha om tara tutare ture mama ai punyeja tukti kusoha om tara tutare ture mama ai punyeja tukti kusoha om tara tutare ture mama ai punyeja tukti kusoha om tara tutare ture mama ai punyeja tukti kusoha om tara tutare ture mama ai punyajana tukti kusoha. Now, when you can establish the mantra and this is the gold light coming to the God and Goddess realms. This is the green light going to the next sphere, the demigod realm. Then the blue light from the right hand going to the human world. That's the third sphere. And the white light from this line going to the animal realms. That's the fourth sphere. Then the red light from your right foot going to the deprived spirits, Preta realms. That's the fifth sphere. Then dark blue or black light going from your left foot to the hell realms, demonic spirit world. And when you have those 6 spheres, and you can walk around in the daytime and think about these 6 spheres, walk 36 feet out in every direction. You have an infinite number of sentient beings walking with you. And your eyes are shooting this multicolored light from your hands and feet. It's pretty psychedelic out there. You know, walk along the ocean, try this one. Or go up on the top of your hill or mountain. Catch sunset or sunrise. Walk in the woods. See a waterfall. Or in traffic. Or you're sitting in your car. Om Dara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punyaja Bhakti Guru Soha Om Dara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punyajana Bhakti Guru Soha Om Dara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punyajana Bhakti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ai Punye this red blazing bomb or bomb is a squiggly square with a dot over it. It's got a little ah in the bottom left-hand corner. And sometimes it's sitting on the hung, the seesaw of the hung, and sometimes the tom is inside of it, the green tom. But this is all in a very small sphere of energy in your heart center. This is the creation sound of this reality. You're making what you want out of your natural mind, not thinking.
So is it white?
Huh?
Is it white or red?
It's red in a white
Oh,
background
so it is red.
with blue
Okay.
outside of it. Okay? Outside is infinite space. The blue, like when you do the three lights, the blue. But when we do the three lights meditation with the deity, when you inhale the white light and it fills your lungs, you hear the sound Om. And when when the energy, the space and light energy permeates your whole body with red light, you hear the sound Ah. And those two light together out the nose is blue light to space. You hear the sound Hum. So now you're creating the Dharmakaya of the deity. The all-pervasive nature of your mind is the Dharmakaya. It's a Bodhisattva Buddha field for training human beings how to be mature and okay with themselves and infinitely okay with everything else and everybody else. Oh. Then what are you as Tara? The action mother, the Dakini. And why is that important? Because the Dakinis take care of the business. They're the activity of all the 5 Buddha families, these 5. Aksobhaya, Amoghasiddhi, Vairocana, Ranasambhava, Amitabha. They take that energy field and do with you what's appropriate for you to become a mature human being. And you can only do this in the human condition. And you can only do it with the human rainbow body symbol. This is only one of 1,000. But this one, auspicious in every way, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, but more importantly, wealth and good health is useful. You can share it. You can stick around in your human body for a long time. You can die healthy. It's appropriate. It's okay. Leave the body. Next slide. One breath. Om Tara Tu Tare Tu Re Mama Punyajana Putin Guru Soha Om Tara Tu Tare Tu Re Mama Punyajana Putin Guru Soha Om Tara Tu Tare Ture Mama Ayu Purniya Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Purniya Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Purniya Bhukti Guru Soha Om Tara Tu Tara Tu Re Mama Ayu Punya Jana Putin Kusoha Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punya Jana. Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punya Jana Putin Kusoha. Underneath this visualization of the Tara, with all these spheres of energy emanating out in every direction, and jewels of light filling space, underneath is a little tiny mirror at the very bottom of this mandala. And in this book, this empty mirror, which is right here, symbolizes many different peaceful and protector deities. And this shows the infinite application of the Dakinis. So you have all different applications, like your cell phone. You have apps. They're all equal. They're all supporting each other equally, but they have a little different mode of what they can do, what they can activate for you. But this one, this is the nicest one, the most complicated mandala to create in practice of any of the Tara practices. And some of them are peaceful and some of them are wrathful protectors. And some of them have some really wild psychedelic rides to nowhere in particular, like Disneyland. So green Tara is the activator, white Tara is the accomplisher. Long life, good health, happiness, and prosperity. And the two modes.
I thought green Tara was all accomplishing wisdom.
That's wisdom.
Oh, okay.
This is ultimate compassion. Because yes, everybody becomes green Tara in your energy field. But this one, you're creating the 6 realms as a walking sphere of energy, 36 feet out in every direction, going with you wherever you go.
Mm.
And when you walk out of the body, big. So let's do that. So is it the black or blue sphere of the most horrible kind of sentient being, extremely abusive, full of hatred, anger, and rage. You see them as an unopened lotus flower in that 6-foot dimension all the way around you. So it's filled with infinite number of unopened black or blue 6 unopened buds of lotus. That shows their potential to become bodhisattva. Then that realm, as you say the mantra, Om Tara, Tutari, Turi, Mama, Ayu, Puni, Jana, Puti, Guru, Soha, disappears into the red realm of the Pretas, the deprived spirit. And in that 6 foot all the way around you are unopened red lotus blossoms. Then as you say the mantra, Om Tara Tara Chari Mama Ayupuni Jana Pukti Guru Soha, those two together melt into the white one of the animal world with white unopened lotus blossoms. Om Tara Tara Chari Mama Ayupuni Jana Pukti Guru Soha. Then those three together melt into the human condition of the blue sphere. It's blue unopened lotus flower. Om Tara Tara Chari Mama Ayupuni Jana Pukti Guru Soha. And the blue one melts into the green demigod, war god, whatever realm. With green unopened lotus flower body. Om Tara Tara Chari Mama Ayupuni Jana Pukti Guru Soha. Then all those 5 realms together melt into the gold realm of this heavenly, 3 types of heavenly realms with white unopened lotus blossom. Om Tara Tara Chari Mama Ayupuni Jana Pukti Guru Soha. Then all those 6 together melt into the hub of that wheel. Om Tara Tara Chari Mama Ayupuni Jana Pukti Guru Soha. And the hub drips down the 8 spokes. Om Tara Tara Chari Mama Ayupuni Jana Pukti Guru Soha. And they all disappear into the hub. So the wheel, the spokes, and the hub into the Bam, Tam, and Hum. Altogether, voidness, bliss, infinite bliss. Beyond imagination, open, clear, naked, and vivid. Space. Relax, be present in bliss. The essence of your own mind.
Tashi, can we do the Amitabha longevity practice with that? Or is it too late?
Abby'd like us to add the Amitabha long life practice that goes with this white tar practice, the way they do it in the sutra. At the end of the recitation of the formal practice, then you visualize that the medicine Buddha above your head with a bowl of elixir. And the medicine Buddha is red in color, sits like this, and this bowl is in his lap. And when you say the White Tara mantra or the Amitabha mantra, Om Amitabha Deva Hri, the bowl of elixir overflows and fills your body with nectar. Then it overflows and goes everywhere to everyone. That's the one. Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punijana Putiku Soha. Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punijana Putiku Soha. Om Tara Tutare Ture Mama Ayu Punijana Putiku Soha. Om Amitabha Deva Hri, Om Amitabha Deva, Om Amitabha Deva Hri, Om Amitabha. Om Amitabha Deva Hri. Deva means diva. Om Amitabha Deva Hri. Hri is the sound of infinite light, vibration. Run these two mantras while this medicine bowl is overflowing into you, and then out from your heart as bliss to all sentient beings. Om Tar Tutar Ture Mama Aya Purnijana Puti Guru Soha. Om Tar Tutare Ture Mama Aya Purnijana Puti Guru Soha. Om Tar Tutare Ture Mama Aya Puti Guru Soha. Om Tar Tutare Ture Mama Aya Purnijana Puti Guru Soha. And when you're counting the mantras to do 100,000 mantras of White Tara, do it this way, with the medicine Buddha bowl overflowing and saying the mantra and counting them with your mala and keep track. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you to accomplish 100,000, because every single mantra brings the abundance and good health into your body, your situation, for you and everybody you have karma with. Family, friends, lover, pet, enemy, adversaries, people that hate you, people that love you. Om Tar Tutar Churi Mama Ayu Puni Jana Puti Guru Soha. Om Tar Tutar Churi Mama Ayu Puni Jana Puti Guru Soha. Om Tar Tutar Churi Mama Ayu Puni Jana Puti Guru Soha. Om Tar Tutar Churi Mama Ayu Puni Jana Puti Guru Soha. Om Tar Tutar Churi Mama Ayu Puti Guru Soha. And your White Tara with Amitabha above your head. At the end of that, bring the Amitabha down into your heart center and disappear your mandala of being White Tara into the Shri in his heart center. Then infinite light of space, both together. That's the Dharmakaya. Kunto Zangpo, Kunto Zangmo, Dorje Chong, Raja Yogini, Samanta Bhadra, Samanta Bhadra, Vajradhara, Vajradharani. No limit. Relax. Be present. Follow the sound of the bell into voidness. Body. Speech. Mind of the Lama. this accomplishment stage of meditation, following the creation stage of the mantras and deity yoga, if performed before you go to sleep, the samadhi of your practice starts to change the ignorance of the sleep state into what they call the two lights of bodhicitta. The bodhicitta of the ignorance becoming the antidote of clear light. And the drama world of not understanding or lacking knowledge starts to become purified, so your dream state becomes superfluous. It's just more drama. And it doesn't have, it's empty of nature. It's timeless. There's no birth in it or death in the dream state. So disappeared upon awakening with the Om Amitabha Deva Hari. Infinite light. Poof. No need to remember anything. then your daily practice is influenced greatly by that. You're awake, aware, more intelligent, more kind and considerate toward yourself and others. When you practice the Dharma, your prostrations, your Vajrasattva, your mandala offerings, your deity yoga are the foundation. And remembering the virtue of your Lama and praying for him to stay in this world and turn the wheel of the Dharma and dedicating the merit, all of that is the basis of all your spiritual practice. And dedicating, Karlo Rinpoche left us with these different prayers of dedication. There are many. And at the end of practice sessions, if you're in a retreat with the Lama, they might go on for 10, 15 minutes saying dedication prayers. This one says, in practicing this way, and by the power of these virtuous actions resulting from your practice, and all the loving kindness of your parents, and all the teachings of bodhicitta by the Lamas, may my commitment to all my Vajra sisters and brothers, and the connection between myself and all men and women, through all activities and all the possessions I have, the best of gods and goddesses, men and women, and even the beasts of burden from which I take milk and yogurt to drink, and the animals whose flesh and blood I eat. To all of these beings, without leaving one behind, may they quickly reach the sublime and perfect state of Buddhahood and have fun in Bodhisattva training school in the meantime. I added that last part. Then we say this dedication prayer. Dewa di nurdu da, shagya champo jugirne, chowa chinking malupa, deyi sala ko parsho, Sanjay Kusum Nempaja Madam, Joni Maker Nempaja Madam, Gender Miche Dupaja Maki, Chita Goa Homam Duparsho. By this virtue of having realized Mahamudra, may I quickly establish every being without leaving out one, a single exception in this state of awareness, by the blessing of the three bodies of the Buddha being accomplished, by the blessing of the truth of the Dharma being unchanging, and by the blessing of the wishes of the Sangha being unwavering, may this dedication prayer be fulfilled. May all the Lamas have long life, good health, happiness, and prosperity. And may all our wishes be fulfilled. May all sentient beings have happiness and the cause of happiness. May all sentient beings be away from suffering and the cause of suffering. May all beings be established in bliss by our practice and in the states of equanimity. Tashi delay. Thank you very much. Juchi Che. Be well.